sports. It's in the game.
It's Week 14 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the NFC West. It's the Seahawks and the Snowhawks on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a peek at a guy with a lot of experience. His 9th year now in the NFL under center.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number one in the NFL against the pass.
It was really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number one overall passing team in the NFL. but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Klein.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Quick look on the slant. It's Gordon.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Snowhawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. When you look at this defense,
they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Man open, here is Jones. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Gets around him, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
16 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Able to get this to Gordon. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Snowhawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Klein. And that is incomplete. Well, the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Snowhawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season. Currently the NFL's leader in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. Caught by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now back to throw. To Gordon, out left. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Snowhawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
As Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Back to throw. Klein. Short throw. Roberts with it. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. In motion is Anderson.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Gordon's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. The Falcons' win is a big one there, as they move above 500 at 7-6 and keep themselves in the mix for a possible playoff berth. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. 24-16 was how that one finished. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He'll find Lindsey here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. And with the yardage picked up on that last throw, that's going to move him over 4,000 yards passing for the season. And even in today's age of offense, that's a number that's meaningful to quarterbacks. It's not an easy play. And he will take it in for the touchdown from 13 yards out. And the Snowhawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looking to throw. Klein, short throw. Roberts with it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24.
So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. A slant to Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made. Back now in San Antonio. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
San Antonio, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
He'll try again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Snowhawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Short throw, Roberts with it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's the gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Klein. He completes it to Henry. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Klein.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 27. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Throwing to start the drive. Klein. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Back to throw. Klein. He finds his man. Complete. That's Richards. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
And they take a knee.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime this